Yes, Donkey today for Tuesday, March 6th goes to Angry, jushTRA, and Jeremyy. Now, at the beginning of today, I was solely going to give Trina Donkey today for reasons we'll get into a bit. Then I was going to give everyone Donkey, but then I just settled on these three. But there's plenty of Donkey to go around here. Let me just safeguard this for the sake of argument here. If Trina is a tranny, she can have a tranny picnic with Wax and Barreled, which will be sponsored by Treble Clef. For this Donkey, we will fully assume Trina is a girl. I feel odd for even saying that. So I'm not fully informed in what happened here, but what I understand is jushTRA and Jeremyy invited Trina into their Discord, and later that night, all of a sudden, they all hate each other. 2v1 hate each other. That was our first mistake. There have been other CNR girls previously that have fallen into a trap, mainly from not evaluating people before you hang out with them. Like, for example, even me, I don't quite like playing with other people because it'll more likely get me into trouble. The QZ days made me learn from that snit. It made me learn that outside of a select few, playing alone is much better. If I never knew some of those fogs from the past, I wouldn't occasionally, even now, deal with their stupidity. After doing the nightly server roll call that I do in this Discord, I saw there was someone on the server with this nastily and obscenely morphing of Trina's name. It was Angry, by the way, the player. And I was there looking at the stupidity of chat, jushTRA, and Jeremyy arguing back and forth with Trina, and Angry being an asshat on the other name. It made me wonder what really is wrong with this community. Though, it wasn't until today that I figured out the misconduct that these two are doing. 1 minute, you invite someone to your Discord. The next minute, you're sexually berating her. No matter what happens in between, there's not much excuse for that. Now, let's get to what Trina said on the forum. At first I thought what she said was cringy, and I hate saying that word because all the idiots on the server seem to use it, especially the ones that use the word cringe as a verb, when in that form it's a noun, but anyway, I thought some of what she said was cringy, tone deaf, in the way of this is not how you speak on the internet. On the internet. This is the internet. Though, she was speaking like a normal person. Regardless of it being the internet, she seemed to speak in the way as she would in real life. This tells me that she doesn't yet get the "this is the internet" thing. Though, should that stop her from making her point? It shouldn't. This asks another question, though. Sure, she shouldn't be emphasizing that she's a girl like Chuck B. an Evangelist basically said. If she hadn't, she wouldn't have gotten into it with these three stooges. Though, on the other hand, as Kesh said, guys can throw around their masculinity, and it's okay, while girls can't seem to do the opposite without problems. I agree with them both to a point. In some way, I feel similar when it comes to me being black, having to try to appease to white people, try to relate with white people, or whatever that might mean. In some other way, girls have to adjust their personalities to fit with this server stupidity. As Belaris once said, if I were white, it'd be cool. Or in this case, if I were a guy, it'd be cool. Part of it must have to do with the demographics of the server, of the internet. If the server were half black, we wouldn't have all these white guys saying racial slurs to each other that don't apply. Or if the server were half female, this misogyny thing wouldn't be such a big deal. I felt pretty awkward about seeing Trina's topic, as it was pretty uncomfortable to read, though in order to try to get a point across, you gotta say the things that people don't get. Say things people usually don't see. And say things people subconsciously know is right, but you gotta get them to see it and agree. Get it in their face. jushTRA, Jeremyy, and Angry prove we still got a long way to go, bruh. That plus, if we, and including myself here, continue to promote a server of 6-year-old brained trash talkers and name manipulators, the server will only be compromised to that alone. Oh wait, too late. I used to be part of a server that had a community that respected each other. Racism, sexism, over-trashing other nationalities, and other useless snit results in people getting their heads bashed in. Even though Charlemagne the God basically said covert stupidity is worse than overt stupidity, we still gotta do something about the overt stupidity. And after seeing all this transpire, are you just gonna do nothing? No. Basically, for those that don't see the point, and the only constructive thing they have to say is do/ignore, stick it up your ass. That doesn't make anyone any more comfortable. That doesn't fix anything. It's just a band-aid on a huge cut that doesn't fit. Please give Angry, jushTRA, and Jeremyy the biggest hee-haw, please. So much more snits I could say, I'll tell ya. But...
You know what? I'll say it. They're fucking retards.
Yeah, that's true. People are trying to, legitimize this. This is the internet snit, so I can say whatever the fuck I want, even if it makes me look like a retard. Well, guess what?
Yes.
Yes. People will know that you're a retard, and after a while, people will realize that you're not anything to hang with. Or whatever. This is a server with many fags on it, okay? And whether you are man, woman, Albania, America, Western, Eastern Europe, there are idiots in every subset of the server. But we shouldn't restrict people from being what they are. If you're man, you're man. Flaunt your man. If you're grill, you're grill. Flaunt you being a grill. If there's consequences to that, you'll learn from it.
Well, look what happened to one of the CNR girls. They left because of idiot Borads acting like they were jerking off to their picture.
Yes, let's say that's figuratively, yeah. But yeah.
I could have said something in that topic, but then I just saw Evangelist and so smart post, to help out the poor person out, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna say anything. It's done already. Some people already saved the day, so it's done.
Yeah.